Is your BS holding you back from reaching your goals? That is the topic of today's episode. And when I talk about BS, I'm talking about your belief systems and possibly your bullshit, which is your belief systems, right? So just kind of a fun play on words. But this is going to be for really any woman out there that is struggling to reach her goals. Any woman struggling to reach her goals, because a lot of times we've created belief systems in our brain that we believe, right? We believe it to be true. And therefore, if it is true, then there's nothing that we can do about it. But here's the thing. A lot of times our belief systems are what we call limiting beliefs, in that they limit us from reaching our goals. And they do that because our belief systems are going to have an impact on our actions, our behaviors, our decisions, and we're not going to make proactive decisions if we have beliefs that are pulling us back. And you may have read Atomic Habits by James Clear. If you haven't, it's a great read. I highly recommend it. But he essentially talks in that book how really when it comes to change and when it comes to reaching our goals, it starts with our identity and it starts with our beliefs. So today I just want to go over some of the beliefs or the limiting beliefs that I commonly hear when I'm talking to women, when I'm chatting with women, when I'm going in different groups just to see what other women are experiencing. And I've kind of got sort of like the main 8 possible belief systems that you may notice within yourself. And I'm going to talk about why they can be problematic in the sense of why they might be stopping you from reaching your goals. And I'm going to help you to reframe those beliefs. Okay, so we're going to reframe them. Hi, Pauline. Thank you for joining me. And again, we're going to go through 8 different ones. Now, before I jump into those 8, I would love for you to let me know if you are catching this live or if you are watching the replay. So go ahead and put either a live or a replay in the comments below. And if you think that you have some limiting beliefs or some belief systems that are getting in the way, maybe you kind of already know that. So go ahead and put that in the comments. If you think that you currently have some beliefs that are going to stop you from getting what you want. All right, so let's dive in. So the first belief that I commonly hear is this idea that my metabolism has slowed down because I'm getting older, or my metabolism has slowed down because I have been dieting too often, right? So either way, it's like this belief that the metabolism is somehow damaged, okay? Or slow or damaged or not functioning properly. And so that's the first one that I want to address there. So what you need to understand when it comes to your metabolism is that if it has to do with just aging, you probably don't actually have a slow metabolism. You probably just have less muscle mass, and therefore you have a slower metabolism. But these are all things that you can work on. And if you've been dieting your whole life and you feel like maybe you have damaged your metabolism, this is the main point that I want you ladies to understand. I want you to understand that your metabolism is adaptive. It is constantly adapting to what you are doing. So if you are restricting your calories, it's gonna react. If you are strength training, it's going to react. If you are going to bed at 1 a.m., it's going to react. So you have a lot of control over your metabolism, over how fast it is or over how slow it is. So I want you to shift that belief system away from my metabolism is slow or my metabolism is damaged to I have an adaptive metabolism. And I want you to understand that there are so many things that you can do to upregulate your metabolism, to fix your metabolism, okay? And that will empower you and give you a belief system that will be motivating to take action. So that's number one. All right, let's see. Oh, thank you, Pauline. Pauline says, love listening to you. I appreciate that. All right, so we're going to go on to the second belief that I hear a lot, which is this idea that in order to lose weight, I need to eat less or move more or do some combination of the two, or basically restrict my calories in one way or another. And the reason that this is problematic goes kind of back to belief system number one. But if that is a belief that you're still thinking is the only way to lose weight, you're setting yourself up for failure right from the get-go, because caloric deficits, all they do over time, when they're done chronically, is they're going to downregulate your metabolism and reinforce that slow metabolism that maybe you already believe that you have. So what I want you to do instead is I want you to shift away from this idea that in order to lose weight, I have to cut my calories. Get rid of that belief system, throw it out the door. What I want you to replace it with is, in order to lose weight, I have to create a calculated caloric deficit. This is very different. Calculated caloric deficit, because yes, you do need to expend more than you're taking in, but you need to do it in a very calculated way. And for me, that is a slight caloric deficit, never too much. And what I like to do inside my program, what I teach my clients, is how to create intermittent caloric deficits. So you do it for a while and then you back off, and then you do it for a while and then you back off, okay? That is going to be much more effective. All right, belief number 3, I'll sleep when I'm dead, okay? So a lot of women that are, in their 30s, 40s, 50s, we are busy. We are busy, busy ladies. We have careers, we have kids, we have families to take care of, we have friends that we want to hang out with. Our days are busy. And if we're wanting to lose weight, on top of that, we might be getting up early to do our workout, and we're doing all of these things throughout the day. So at the end of the day, when we finally have a moment for ourselves, we don't go to bed. We want to watch Facebook or check out Instagram or watch something on Netflix. And there is this belief that sleep does not matter, that it's not important. But it is so important, because the quality of your sleep will impact everything. It will impact your energy levels. It will impact your ability to focus. It will impact your hunger, your cravings, your decision making. It will actually impact your hormones. And so if you're thinking that, when it comes to reaching your goals, whatever they may be, that sleep is sort of like on the back burner and it's something that would be nice to work on, but you don't have time for it, you need to make it a priority. So your new belief needs to be that sleep is a must. It is my number one priority, because if I can nail sleep, then everything else is going to function so much better. Okay, so that's number 3. Number 4, losing weight requires dieting. Okay, so this is another really big belief system, is that, when women want to lose weight, they typically go on a restrictive diet. And it might be restrictive in the sense of, they're cutting out like entire food groups, or maybe they cut their calories, or they do something, right? Something that maybe they I don't know, I'm trying to think of other examples, but basically they go on a diet. They go on a diet and they think of it as like this short-term thing. So I've got to lose 20 pounds, so I'm going to go on a diet. And then when I reach my goal weight, then yay, I don't have to diet anymore. And this is the problem, is that women are thinking of weight loss in terms of dieting, as opposed to thinking of weight loss in terms of making permanent, sustainable change. And here are some shocking stats. You may have heard this before, but 97% of women who go on a diet will fail and gain the weight back. 97%, that is a crazy statistic. And what happens is that oftentimes women go back to doing what they were before, or because they've downregulated their metabolism, as soon as they stop dieting, they suddenly have all these calories coming in and they gain the weight back. So what I want you to do, and this is how I want you to reframe that, instead of thinking of weight loss in terms of diets, let's get rid of that word. And what I want you to think about is sustainable permanent change. Because in order to lose weight and keep it off permanently, because ultimately that's what we want, you need to make permanent change. You need to change your nutrition and your lifestyle, but not just until you reach your goal weight. You have to do it for the rest of your life, okay? So that's like a big switch that I want you guys to think about. Okay, let's see what's next. Okay, next up, this is number 5. The best way to lose weight is cardio. So this is another limiting belief that I hear a lot from women, and I'm not surprised because we all grew up in the era of cardio, you know, Jane Fonda and all these other sort of cardio workouts. That's what we grew up with. When I was in my 20s and 30s, that, you know, it was cardio. Cardio was kind of like the thing. And cardio, it's not that it's bad for you. You know, there's definitely some health benefits to cardio. But where it can be problematic is that, number one, for a lot of women, cardio drives hunger. It drives hunger, and a lot of women overcompensate for that. And number two, it is an additional stressor on the body. And we're going to be talking about stress shortly, but just understand that it's a big stressor. So for me, what I recommend and what I tell my clients once again to do is that I'm not saying don't do cardio. If you enjoy it, go out and do it. Like, I love to go mountain biking. I'm not going to give up mountain biking, but it's not going to be the tool that I use to lose weight. That is not why I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because I love it. If I want to lose weight, I'm going to focus on walking, low intensity walking, getting into that fat burning zone. That's what I'm going to focus on. And then in relation to that, and this is limiting belief number 6, another big thing that I hear a lot is that women are scared that if they start resistance training or lifting weights, they're going to bulk up. They're going to get too muscular. Now, here's the thing. Number one, in order to get really muscular, you have got to work your butt off in the gym. Bodybuilders, like female bodybuilders, they are in there all the time, and they are doing a very specific type of workout. If you go into the gym and you just lift weights, 10, 12, 15, 20 pound weights, you're not going to bulk up. You don't have to worry about that. What you do have to worry about is if you are not strength training and you're over the age of 40, you are likely going to slow down your metabolism because right now your muscle mass is declining. This is a part of aging. Our muscle mass starts to decline. And so we need to prevent that. And we need to embrace strength training. So instead of thinking about strength training as possibly bulking you up, I want you to think about strength training as a preventative exercise, something that's going to help you to build up your muscle mass, which is going to help you build up that metabolism. Because the more muscle mass you have, the faster your metabolism. It's a very metabolically active tissue. Okay, so get rid of that myth. I want you guys lifting weights, heavy weights. All right, next up, we are on to number 7. Okay, we're almost done here. Number 7, weight gain, brain fog, low energy, poor sleep are all normal during menopause. Okay, so this is a big one because the moment that you believe that to be true, the chances of you taking action are going to go down. And I'm here to tell you, because I talk to a lot of women going through menopause, I'm here to tell you that it is not normal. It might be common, but it's not necessarily normal. And a lot of experts would tell you that your diet and your lifestyle choices will have a massive impact on how you experience menopause. So if you are experiencing those things, Don't just kind of be like, oh, okay, you know, I just have to sit back and wait for this to be over with. This is just part of menopause. No, I want you to have a different belief. I want you to believe that you have some control, that you can take charge of your hormones, that you can take charge of your changing body, and that you have the power to determine how you experience menopause, okay? And then finally, and this is a really important one, this is my final BS belief system that I hear all the time from women, is this idea that I'll ask women like, how stressed out are you? Oh, I'm not that stressed. They'll tell me, I'm not that stressed. And I think that this is a belief system that might be getting in the way, because I can almost guarantee that every single woman that watches me is chronically stressed out. And this goes back to sort of what I was talking about when I was talking about sleep, right? Like, we have to-do lists, we have careers, we are constantly rushing from one thing to the next. And there's another book that I recommend called Rushing Women's Syndrome, and it's all about modern women and how we are chronically stressed out. And if we ignore that fact, if we ignore the fact that we are always rushing around, that we're never stopping to relax, then we're also ignoring the fact that there are possibly or probably huge impacts on our hormones, on our adrenals, our thyroid, our sex hormones, our cortisol, our insulin, all of these hormones that get so negatively affected by chronic stress. So I want you to stop believing that you are not stressed out and take a look at your life and be like, you know what? I am pretty stressed out. I am constantly on the go. I'm constantly on the go. I am stressed out, and I get to deserve to relax a little bit. So I want your new belief system to be like, I am stressed, and I need to learn how to manage that stress. Because if you can do that, I'm telling you, it's going to have a huge impact on all facets of your life, your energy levels, your brain fog, your ability to lose weight, how you experience menopause, all of it. So there you have it. Those are my 8 different belief systems that I wanted to break down and explain to you why they could be problematic and why they might be stopping you from feeling your best, and then just give you a different way to frame those belief patterns to give you a sense of empowerment so that you can take charge of what is happening, so that you can take charge of your goals. So now I would love to hear from you. So I've given you all of those different belief systems, and maybe you recognize yourself in 1 of them or 2 of them or 5 of them or 8 of them. I don't know, but I want to hear from you, and I'll list them off again. So limiting belief number 1, my metabolism is slow or damaged. Belief number 2, in order to lose weight, I have to reduce my calories or create a caloric deficit. Limiting belief number 3, I'll sleep when I'm dead, or I don't have time for sleep. Number 4, losing weight requires dieting. Number 5, the best way to lose weight is to up my cardio. Number 6, strength training will only make me bulky. Number 7, weight gain, brain fog, low energy, poor sleep. These are all normal and to be expected during menopause. And finally, number 8, I'm not stressed out. Okay, so those are your 8 beliefs. I want to hear from you. Where do you recognize yourself? Which of those beliefs are you telling yourself all the time? Bridget says all of the above. Well, you know, I had a lot of these beliefs too, Bridget, and these are all things that I've been working on for the past probably 10 years of my life, of re-examining those beliefs and then working on them. So don't feel bad if you're like, check. That is totally normal. That's what I have for you today. I hope that was helpful. Give me a thumbs up if that was helpful in the comments, or a heart or a like, anything that you want. And if you want to learn more about this, if you want to learn more about how I eat and how I train and what I do with my clients to help them figure all of this out, then you can also just reach out to me and send me a DM with just say more details about the program, please. And what I'll do is I'll send you a short video. It's about 10 minutes long, and it'll tell you a little bit about who I am, why I created the program, what the program entails, and then if it resonates and if it makes sense to you, we can talk about possibly connecting further to see if there's any way that I may possibly help you reach your goals. So there you have it, ladies. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye.